My name is Joe Game. I'm a paranormal investigator and this is Haunted Suffolk. I've been a freelance investigator for over 12 years, investigated hundreds of cases and had thousands of experiences. As the age-old debate continues as to whether ghosts exist, I go on the search for evidence. Join me at 3 very different locations where I'll be looking to provide evidence for you, the viewers. My team have been handpicked and are experts in their fields with years of experience. Our first location has had its fair share of reported activity. A lively music venue, the Spread Eagle, which lies on the original crossroads of Ipswich, dates back over 500 years and is thought to be the oldest Ipswich pub.
Okay, so as I'm standing in this kind of main bar area, I'm definitely aware of a gentleman's spirit. And this gentleman's spirit is kind of wearing like dark, long clothing. He's very much moving around. I'm very aware that he's quite active. I think this is one of the places tonight where we'll get the most activity
I've seen
from.
him.
You've seen him before?
Yeah, I've seen him sitting there. He's tall, like
Tall.
a hooded, long.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel very much with him. There is a group of people that he is talking to. And it's very much like he's almost like the ringleader of the group. Something was definitely planned here against somebody or a group of people. Right?
Wow.
And I'm definitely feeling from this, I'm definitely feeling that there was a death involved. I don't know if you're aware of the name Edwards, like as a surname, but there's definitely a connection somewhere with this story and the surname Edwards.
I actually have a book somewhere that the university students did for me, and they went back in history and traced a lot of names. So if I can find that out, we can check.
Yeah, definitely picking up Edwards as a surname. I almost feel like, I don't think he was a landlord, I don't think he was that person, but he definitely, it's almost like he ruled the pub in his own way. He wasn't part of the pub team, but he ruled the pub. This is quite a cold, negative energy that I get with him. I think he's very paranormal, and I think this is somewhere we definitely got to investigate more as the evening goes on.
I can't believe you said that in a long, because I've seen him many occasions.
Very bad. I feel like he would be up and down the bar as well. I don't think he doesn't stay in one place. He's very much active.
Do you feel that he kind of watches things?
It's one of those spirits that would make you think you're being watched.
Yes.
He would make you feel quite cold, and he might make people feel a bit uncomfortable in his presence, because that's the vibe that he gives off. This is the kind of man, when he was alive, nobody would have messed with him. It's almost like when you walked into this room, you would have all just kind of looked away and got on with your own thing. But I think he's quite vocal as well. He's definitely very vocal. He's definitely loud. He's definitely someone that would have spoke with high volume, and very commanding. He's very commanding, and I think there is a connection as well with this gentleman. There's a little girl. I want to say she's a girl, probably around the age of 8 or 9. She's very active, but I think she's very active upstairs as well as down here.
Yes.
She's kind of very much moving over. Is there like I've not been upstairs, but is there like a hallway
It's a long hallway, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's here.
That's where I'm feeling at. That's where I'm feeling at, along that hallway.
And generally that room that's just above there, which is at the end of the hallway, that's where you get the most paranormal
happenings.
Yeah.
She's very active, very active. So yeah.
And I actually have thought she might have died in that room.
Okay.
So
yeah, we'll look into that more as we go around.
Okay.
See if we can find out where she passed and how she passed. I think that this gentleman would have had a very quick passing and a very violent passing. I'm seeing him being quite beaten towards the end of his life. So it's almost like people turned against him. I don't know if there was some rivalry between this building and another building around here. It's almost like there's some sort of rivalry. There's also, going down this street and on the front of this building, I'm seeing a lot of rope. I'm seeing rope everywhere, and I'm also seeing there's some, I'm seeing boats coming through as well for me.
Well, this road here, Eagle Street, was named after the pub. Originally that was Rope Lane.
Right, okay.
And that joined with Rope Walk, and they would make all the ropes for the ships and the hangings, and
that's what I'm feeling.
these timbers all come from ships.
Right, okay.
And the water would have come all the way up, and you would have used stepping stones to get in the pub at certain points. It was called the wash area, so lots of water.
Should we move somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay, so around this area, definitely out here, and obviously we're standing now where the basement is. There is, I want to say, I've got another child spirit coming through, but it's very different to the last one. It's definitely a male child coming through, like a little boy that I'm feeling around here. Is there any paranormal with like, activity with these doors, with this door?
They open and close on their own, but
I'm very much aware of this, where this little boy goes in and out, like comes
really?
in and out, comes in and out. He's definitely very out. I almost see that he's, he's around me. I can feel him, around me now, but I feel very much that he's in this area as well. All right. Not as active as what I felt at the front.
Yeah,
not as active as the front.
I've had staff's jackets, because they keep their jackets and bags back here. I've had them go to put them on and they've been done up and things like that. But I thought it was a little girl, so
yeah, there's a little boy in here as well.
Oh,
there's a little boy in here as well.
Cool.
I think as you go down into the cellar, there's more characters down there which are a lot more negative.
Yeah.
And I'm not, he's got quite a nice presence. I don't think anything bad happened to him. I see that he was ill when he had some sort of breathing problem. I want to say I'm around 1592, around that date with him, but I don't feel anything negative around him. But as I look down there, I get that.
Yeah, you'll get different down there.
I get that negative feeling.
Yeah, you'll feel totally
down
different
there as well. So maybe we should go and have a look. Okay, so now we're obviously down in the basement, and this is a different story to upstairs. I don't know if you're aware of anything being separate, but this area to me feels very separate as like there's a different kind of clientele of spirit down here to what there is upstairs. And I think I'm in a different period here as well. There's been deaths down here. I feel almost like there's been bodies stored down here.
Maybe.
But I'm definitely aware people have passed down here, but they've been down here a long time.
The tunnels, the whole area used to flood, and we've got tunnels down here, so if people were caught in the tunnels, they may have died that way. Or, the pub goes so far back, there were no police or anything, so people used to do the policing themselves.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at. I'm very aware of a gentleman in that corner there who would have passed. Do you have any problems with like anything in here? Because again, it's definitely paranormal. I don't know if you've ever had anything being fiddled with or anything being thrown across here at all.
Yeah, we have the gases here and here get turned on and off. We can change a gas bottle, it will be turned off. The kegs get messed with.
Yeah.
During line clean we have sometimes episodes.
Things going on.
We've got a tunnel behind there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't know if you feel this, but I believe that somehow I just always think there was a tunnel there as well.
Okay.
I don't know if you feel anything, but for many years I've had that feeling.
I think a lot of this is closed up because when I'm feeling this spirit over in that corner there, I feel very much like this is bigger than it is.
Yes.
Does that make sense? I think one thing that we might have to try tonight is maybe getting myself and somebody down here on their own and asking him to communicate and see if we can get him to do something. Obviously we've just had something going on there, but I think we can definitely get him maybe to do something, maybe throw something or make some noises, see if we can get some activity down there. But I do think I get the feeling from him that this spirit is kind of shy and a bit more withdrawn back. I don't think he's passed over like he would have liked to because there's a lot of issues, and I think that's why he's active. So he's kind of
a lot of my staff are scared down here. I used to have a cellarman who was scared of the cellar. And if you imagine, there would have been a lot of smugglers coming through here.
Absolutely, it's a lot of dodgy dealings going on.
And the building was bigger. So I think there's a secret tunnel, a secret room somewhere.
I'm feeling like I want to push the walls out. But we'll definitely have to get myself down here with somebody later to see if we can get them maybe interacting with us.
Okay,
definitely do that. So obviously now, Cheryl, we're in the back part of the main pub. Again, it's like another different feeling in here. This is a bit more mysterious. I think there's a lot of questions around here that are kind of not answered. I'm definitely aware of, this feels quite crowded. I don't know whether there was a group of people in here, but I feel like it's quite crowded. There's definitely a female figure coming up and down here who's almost like a maid, or doing some kind of like cooking, cleaning, that kind of person. Also maybe looking after children.
I believe that this was, the man from the museum told me that this was the living quarters way back.
Okay.
Way back. Because upstairs would have been used for people to sleep overnight.
Okay. I'm also really picking up in here, I think that there was a lot of passings in this room, more to do with some sort of infection or disease that would have hit the area, and I think almost wiped out most of the family.
Oh wow.
So I think that's, it's a lot more mysterious behind here. It's a lot more, she's a very busy spirit lady that comes through to me, and I think because she's busy, she's not really interested in communicating with us. Be interested to see what happens later. There's a lot of activity that happened behind me. Does that make sense? Like I pick up that there's a lot of energy behind me, and there's a lot of like paranormal things going on behind me. I'm hearing some sort of music also, almost like somebody would have heard some sort of music, or would have heard some sort of whistling, something like that.
I think a lot of times we have, because this is a music pub, and when the music's playing, orbs come out. They like music for some reason.
Okay.
And this mirror here, and you said behind you, we have a problem with this mirror. It gets a mark on it, and we keep cleaning it, and it cleans, and the same mark keeps coming back, which none of us can work out.
Okay.
But it,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Strange things.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's also, what's under here?
Under here would be, see how still it would end. This would be the tunnel is under here, which goes to next door.
Right, okay. Because it's very paranormally active down there as well.
You know where I showed you the wall behind the fridges?
Yeah.
That was blocked up. The tunnel's blocked up. This is
where
the tunnel.
Okay. There's definitely something going on in that tunnel.
Really?
Definitely going on in that tunnel.
Wow.
So we'll see if we can do any more of that later.
Here we're using a spirit box. A spirit box is a device that scans radio frequencies, and in between those frequencies we can sometimes hear electronic voice phenomena, communications. In this instance we're asking a set of questions to try to get a set of answers from the spirits to find out more. Are you able to talk to us? You're going in, whereabouts are you going? How many spirits are in this room right now? Are you trapped in this building in any way? Did you die here? Am I feet going cold all of a sudden? Can you see us? Okay, there's 2 meters on the floor. There's a cage on the floor with a green light, and there's also the mel meter on the table. Can you come forward and touch either of those and make the lights light up? Can you do that for me? Can you make the numbers go up? It's 0.1 now. Can you make that go up to 0.3? You did earlier touch it, didn't you? And the lights went off, didn't they? Sorry, it just stopped box. That's it, it's going up. Keep trying. 0.2. That's it. Keep coming closer. Did you die here? You fought. So what did you actually fight for? How long have you been here? What is your favourite room in this pub? That's all. The bar. Was that your sense of humour, the bar? Is that because you like spirits? What actually keeps you here? What keeps you here? Did you work here?
My church.
This is your church? I suppose it could be if you drink here all the time, wouldn't it?
Yeah. K2 action.
Is it 0.3? Thank you. If you make it go up. You come forward and touch the aerial on this one. Just put your hand near the aerial on that to make it go up again, because you did earlier about 3 times for me. Try not to be scared of it. You come forward and touch it. And all the little lights go off. Like a Christmas tree. You say you're scared?
Did you die here? You fought. So what did you actually fight for?
Are there any spirits here who'd like to come forward and speak to us?
Yes. Two spirits.
Whereabouts have they gone?
Okay, I'll talk to you some more. How many spirits are there here? Is the child spirit with us? Who is Sarah? It's dark in here, isn't it? Do you like it dark? Is there any way that we could help you? This location came to our attention following a video that was passed to us that had been recorded from the Spread Eagle's CCTV. You can see quite clearly a hangman's noose hanging from in the doorway. After further analysis, we have confirmed it to be genuine, as it is impossible to hang a noose from this very low ceiling. One theory is residual energy, as the original building never actually had this ceiling above here. It would have been a hayloft with a wooden ladder as access. It is believed that the Ipswich hangman used to drink at this pub, and that there were people hung in the pub's courtyard. I've been interested for a very long period of time. It started off when I was a young child. I was always interested in reading books on the supernatural. I remember getting books out from the library when I was just about young enough to read, and would be absorbed for hours in these books. From there onwards, my interest in the paranormal grew and grew. Well, on investigations, I'm the EVP specialist. So what it means is that I use devices such as a spirit box, dictaphone and echovox in order to get voices through in spirit that we can actually talk to, get answers from, ask questions to, and just find out more about them to see if we can actually help them. I'm an independent paranormal investigator. I work with various groups. I specialise in the audio side of investigating, and I use my expertise in that field in order to help these groups and to help our clients. Every investigation is different in the way that we approach it. Some of the approaches we use will involve using technology, such as EMF readers. This is electromagnetic field detection equipment that we use. It's thought that spirits do give off EMF readings, and we can use that in the properties that we investigate in order to see if the spirit's there. In my opinion, spirits seem to be intelligent entities that seem to be aware of their surroundings. Well, with spirits, they're a bit like human beings. You're going to get good ones and bad ones. So this is expected on investigation. Sometimes they are negative, but they might be negative for a reason. They might have had things in their life that are unresolved, and they're crying out for attention, so that makes them more negative than other spirits. Sometimes they're positive spirits, if you could call them negative and positive spirits, but I believe there's good and bad. Occasionally we do come across entities that are completely negative entities. They've probably never lived. No. Sometimes we come across entities that are completely negative entities. These are what you might call demonic. These feed off fear. The team I've picked are very experienced in their own fields. We've got Ryan Gooding, international medium. We've got Ron Bowers, psychic photographer. And also Laura Francis, who's an experienced investigator who's attended many investigations with myself in the past as well.
I've been working here about 5 years on and off, and I've seen quite a few strange things in time, but I'd say probably the strangest thing I've seen is when we captured a noose on CCTV, and you can clearly see from the footage that it's a noose. It's no way it could be anything else. It disappears when the landlady comes down. My cousins caught that, filmed it through their phone on the CCTV. There's nothing else used, nothing suspended, there's nothing that could be suspended on. It's just the clear cut and something I've never been able to explain. I mean, my job consists, I spend a lot of the time in the cellar, so I do the cellar works here, and I find a lot of action happens down there, and it's a little bit eerie, nothing to be scared of, so to speak, but you get a lot of action down there. I mean, the weirdest thing was I was going towards the cellar once when we were closing up just to get the mop bucket, and as I'm opening the door I'm already bending down getting ready to pick the mop bucket up, and I come face to face with something. It's like when you're breathing, you feel yourself breathing on something, and I didn't see a face, like no facial features, but I saw the outline of the head and shoulders, and yeah, that was quite spooky. But in the cellar I've been pushed in the sump pump, gone like up to here in water. I've had my trousers pulled. I've had like scratch on the back of my neck when I haven't scratched my neck or nothing, and it's really, really sore when I've come out of the cellar. Those little things, it's, the gas bottles get turned off, and there's only me been down there, so there's no reason I'd turn the gas off at all. And they just like to play trickeries with the TVs, and literally the other day I come through the front door, shut the front door, the pub is empty, both TVs just come on for about 5 seconds and then switch themselves back off again, at which point I ran.
Right, my first experience was a few weeks after I was here at the very start. I was in the bar, there was no customers and no other staff around, and I heard a whisper of my name in my ear. Yeah, I was freaked out, but knowing the history of the place, I didn't kind of read too much into it and just let it be. I've had other experiences where there is a mirror behind me here, and I used to clean this mirror, and there's a mark on it. There's a certain mark that appears on it, like somebody's thrown a drink over it, and every maybe 3-4 days I would come and polish the mirror and clean it up, and then the mark would reappear, and there's no way of getting rid of that mark. So I don't know whether that's anything to do with the goings on around here or what. Also I don't like to come in this room that we're in. I feel there's a presence in here every time I come in. Other than that, just really noises from down the cellar that can't be explained. There's nobody down there. And basically that's you know, my findings, because I only work the day shift, so I'm not here when they're more active. So
I've seen a floating head. which is actually just in the other room. You may see a video on here, I don't know, of a noose. It's in exactly the same place that the noose was, and it was a floating head. The man had dark hair, twisted nose, and an odd, uneven haircut. We believe that he was foreign because he was asking for help. And it was after that we found out about the press ganging that went on here. There's just been so much. We've had projections. I think you guys call them something else, but projections I've had about 3 times in the main bar, and that's as if the pub's full, and you can hear the voices, you can hear the noises of glasses, you can hear all the noises, but they can't see you. But you're just there, watching. I've seen dogs. We've had a little girl that plays games with us all. She's quite naughty. The cellar is always quite a traumatic one. I've had a cellarman that was actually scared of the cellar. And as a result of what was going on in the cellar, he did leave. He was petrified. But we have lots. I mean, the staff hear footsteps along the bar upstairs, and there's nobody upstairs, no dogs, no people, nothing. I've heard voices waking me up. My name's been Cheryl till I wake up, and then there's no one there. It's quite freaky, so I changed bedrooms. God, I don't even know where to start or end with it, really. There's so much that goes on.
Here we're using a glass to speak to spirits, and with this method we ask for yes or no answers. On this occasion the spirits were finding it hard to answer yes or no, so we tried to elaborate further by having an alphabet so that we could get further details by having it spelt out.
Edward. We lived here in the 1600s. You lived here or you just visited? Lived? Were you the landlord? So you lodged? Yes. Upstairs? Backyard. In the barn. So, did you work here? No. What did you do here? Why were you here? Lovely. Murdered. You were murdered, or you committed murder. Lovely. What is your name? Edward what? You've got a last name? Edward John, is that your surname? 1604. When you lived here, you murdered, and you were murdered. That's what you want to say. Tell us what you want to say. Want Brian to talk to you? You want Ryan to help you? Do you not want to be here? Okay, I'll put Ryan on to you.
Edward, is that you? And you want me to help you? I can help you if you can do something for me first. Okay. Down in the cellar, we have Joe. Are you able to make yourself known to Joe, please? Either make a bang or touch him or move something just so he knows that you're around.
From the evidence we gathered, we believe the Spread Eagle to be an incredibly haunted pub. Join us next time at our next big location.
Are there any spirits here who'd like to come forward and speak to us?
Yes.